Good morning children. So today we are going to start our lesson number 10 about our country. Okay, so we are all living in India. So as we are living in India children, we must be know what are the physical features of India and where to where it is extended, what are our neighboring countries. It is very important to know. No? So and what are the physical features, what are the special about them, and this all the information we are going to be read in the lesson about our country. So India is the largest country and it is a peninsula, and here India is located in the Asian continent. Okay, India is located in the Asian continent and it will be known as peninsula. Why it will be known as peninsula? Because it is covered from the three sides water and one side land. See, look at the boat children. Here India is covered with the southern part. The southern part, see, here the left direction will be the west, east direction will be the right hand direction will be the east, and top will be the north and bottom will be the south. So here the west direction Arabian Sea is there, east direction Bay of Bengal is there, and south direction Indian Ocean is there. So three sides it is covered with water and one side with land. So because of that it is known as peninsula. Okay, and it is located in the Asian continent. Now we will be read about our neighboring countries. Neighboring countries means the countries which are having the near boundaries to our country. Okay, so neighboring countries on the west direction children. The first will be the Pakistan. Pakistan, it is the one of the most important neighboring country. After that, coming to the north position, Afghanistan. Okay, Afghanistan, and then China, and then Nepal, and next Bhutan. Okay, and here it is the Bangladesh. Next Myanmar, and here small island is this will be known as Sri Lanka. Like that, these all will be comes under our neighboring countries. Okay, next. India is the 7th largest country. So compared to the other countries, India is the 7th largest country, and it is the compared to the population wise, area wise it is 7th position. Population wise it is in the 2nd position, and more than 130 crore people are there. And India has a variety of landforms, and it has mountains, hills, plateaus and plains. This makes our country very beautiful on account of its large size, varied climate. India is called as a subcontinent. Now the India, it is divided into 6 regions. How many regions children? 6 regions. The first one will be the northern mountains. Northern mountains. The northern mountains. And second one will be the northern plains. The northern plains. Okay, and next third one will be the Great Indian Desert. The Great Indian Desert. And fourth one will be the Northern Plains. The Northern Plains. Fifth one will be the Southern Plains. The Southern Plains. And sixth one, the Islands. The Islands. So the first one will be the northern mountains. The northern mountains. What will be comes under the northern mountain means, or the Himalayas will be comes under the northern mountains, and the northern plains, Indo-Gangetic plains. Indo-Gangetic plains will be called as a northern plains. The Great Desert. Here in Rajasthan we are having Thar Desert. In Rajasthan we are having Thar Desert. That will be comes under the Great Desert. northern plains and southern plains. And next one will be the islands. Here it will be the eastern islands and eastern coastal plains and western coastal plains. And coming to the islands, in Arabian Sea, Lakshadweep and Bay of Bengal, Andaman and Nicobar Islands. Okay, in Arabian Sea, Lakshadweep, and in Bay of Bengal, Andaman and Nicobar Islands are there. Now coming to the northern mountains, and the northern mountains are Himalayas children. Himalayas will be known as the northern mountains. On the north edge of the India is the Himalayas. So they are the highest mountain ranges in the world. Mount Everest. Mount Everest is the highest mountain in the Himalayas. And the mountains are covered with the snow throughout the year. And these ranges are covered from where? From the Jammu and Kashmir. Jammu and Kashmir. And the next one, it will be Himachal Pradesh and part of Uttar Pradesh, Sikkim and the northern eastern states of Assam, Mizoram, Manipur, Nagaland, Meghalaya, Arunachal Pradesh and Tripura. In those places also it is extended. And the Himalayas are acting like a huge wall for the northern side. It is acting like a boundaries because the Himalayas height will be more than 6,000 kilometers to 8,000 feet. So here as it is more heights are there from the China, from the Nepal, it is stopping to attack those people on us. And it is stopping the cool winds also. And so many forest areas are there under the slope of these Himalayas. And snow leopards, wild yaks, elephants, tigers, rhinoceros and deers, these are all available in those forests. Many rivers start from here and provide the plains with water for irrigation and other needs. The silt that is carried down by these rivers make the plains fertile. Now coming to the northern plains. So this is about the Himalayan ranges children. Now coming to the northern plains. The northern plains are located at the foot of the Himalayas. At the foot of the Himalayas, what are there? Northern plains. And plains mostly it will be have flat land only. And they have fertile soil, so more agriculture products will be grown here. The plains are stretched from Assam, West Bengal, Bihar, Uttar Pradesh, Haryana and Punjab. And rivers like Indus, Ganga, Yamuna and Brahmaputra, these are all flowing in the northern plains. And because of these rivers, the land is fertile and so much population is living in these places. Many important cities are situated here, bank of these rivers. And as the soil is fertile, availability of water, the northern plains are suitable for growing of food crops. What kind of food crops here growing means rice and wheat. Okay, rice and wheat food crops and as well as cash crops also. Cash crops are jute, sugarcane and cotton. This all will be growing in this northern plains. Because of that, it is knowing, our country is knowing as rice bowl. Okay, so this area is known as rice bowl of India, as most of Indian rice is growing in the northern plains itself. Okay, next will be the desert. Up to now we discussed about the lands, children. Now about the hot region. Hot region, it is desert region. So desert is sandy, dry area with little or no rainfall at all. And there is not much vegetation. The Thar is located on the southwest of the northern plains and this occupies a major part of the Rajasthan. Where the Thar desert is located, children? In the Rajasthan. And this desert was formed over many years due to low rainfall. And desert has an extreme climate. Morning how much hot they will be have, coming to the night that much of -degrees cool temperature will be having. And the eastern side receives some rainfall, so crops like jowar, bajra, oil seeds and pulses and mustards, these are all growing here. And water is scarce in desert, but there are places underground water. It is springs called as an oasis. The underground water springs in the desert area will be known as oasis, and near the oasis only some kind of plantations they are growing. What kind of plantations? Dates and palms. These are all growing in these areas. Okay. And next about the southern plateau. The southern plateau will comes under the Deccan Plateau. Okay. Deccan and Malwa Plateau will comes under the southern plateau. So a plateau is large. Up to now, the Himalayan cool region we discussed, about the plains where the agriculture, where the crops are growing more, that we discussed, and about the desert where the hot climate will be available, that we discussed. Now coming to the plateau region. Plateau region where it will be having so much minerals and will be having so many rocks. So plateau is a large raised area of flat land. It is called the tableland, and the plateau region extended from the south and northern plains down to Kanyakumari. The Deccan Plateau is the largest in the southern plateau region. It is surrounded by the Vindhya mountains in the north and the eastern Ghats. The Deccan Plateau has many rivers. What kind of rivers are there means river Godavari, Mahanadi, Krishna and Kaveri, and they are all flowing into the Bay of Bengal. And only two rivers are there, Narmada and Tapadi. They are flowing into the Arabian Sea. And important cities are there in the southern plateau. What are those? Hyderabad. Hyderabad is located in the plateau region only, children. Hyderabad, Pune, Bhopal, Nasik and Bangalore. These are all situated in the plateau region only. Rice, jowar, ragi, maize, cotton and sugar. These are all growing in these areas. And next about the coastal plains. So each direction will be the eastern coastal plains and west direction will be the western coastal plains. So India is a peninsula surrounded by the water three sides, we said no. So India has a large coastal line also. Both Bay of Bengal and Arabian Sea, they both are created these plains. So the eastern and western coast meet in the Indian Ocean. The coastal plains are bounded by the sea on one side, and the eastern coastal plains are broader than the western coast. So coastal areas, these are very grateful, helpful us, very big, because the important ports are available here, and the ports are useful for the international transport of waterways. And the port towns are have developed, and fishing also fishing also major occupation in this coastal areas. Okay, and last one will be the island. It means in the Bay of Bengal and in the Arabian Sea, the small islands are there, about those islands. So island is an area of land surrounded by water on all the sides, and there are many small islands in the sea surroundings India. Andaman and Nicobar have 300 tiny islands and only 38 are inhabited. Port Blair is the capital of Andaman and Nicobar Island. Lakshadweep. Lakshadweep, it is in the Arabian Sea. So Lakshadweep is a cluster of 27 islands. Only few are inhabited, and Karavati is capital. Inhabited means where the people are living. Okay. So like this, these are the physical features of India. So once again, read the lesson from the textbook, children. After reading that, choose the correct answers, fill in the blanks are there that you have to complete. And next, here you have to, from the internet, more other information from the, for this all the 6 physical features that you have to gather and write in your classwork book. Okay. So today's homework, read lesson number 10 about our country in the textbook and complete objectives and fill in the blanks and complete the activity.